He turned my peace into a well. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. I do want to.
Hello, welcome into Healthy Living with Nana. Once again, we have met. You can simply call me Nana. This is another beautiful day with a beautiful woman who is going to again inspire us and tell us a lot. This is a continuation of last week, what we talked about. We are now going to go a bit deep into it. So, don't go anywhere. Relax. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come and listen and learn something. So without wasting time, I will introduce our dear Lilia Hanson. Thank you. Welcome, Lilia. Thank you so much for coming. Once again, we are going to learn a lot from you. We, the women, we need you all the time. So please, what are we going to talk about today?
Thank you, Nana. Thank you very much. As you rightly said at the beginning of the program, we spoke about this topic a couple of weeks ago, or last week.
Yeah, last week, yeah.
And so we decided we want to continue from where we left off, so that viewers will know where we are.
Yeah.
And the topic was to do with cervical smear test.
Yeah. So we discussed cervical smear test last week. So today we are going to continue from where we left off. Beautiful. We are on all ears. Please.
Thank you. So if viewers could remember, we spoke about the test for every between 25 and 64-year-olds who have a cervix, who are sexually active.
Yeah.
And so every 3 to 5 years you have to do this test. Your GP will write to you and you have to do this test. And
so
this,
I just want to catch
just
you.
A recap.
Just a recap. So just to mention something about if you have a cervix. Because somebody will say, which woman doesn't have a cervix?
Some women
don't have cervix. For instance, if you have done hysterectomy and they have taken all your womb out, you don't have a cervix. So for those people, they don't need a smear test. So if you are with your mom, your sister, your wife, and they've already had their hysterectomy, they don't need a smear test.
Same as, thank you for that. Same as those who have had cancer of the uterus. And for that matter, the uterus has been removed. They don't need this kind of test.
They don't need the test.
Because the test is basically testing cells in the cervix. And so if you don't have one, there's no need for you to have
you are
test.
Free.
You are free.
Beautiful.
And so that's just a recap of what we spoke about last week.
Yeah.
So you've had a test. Now you have understood it. You know you have to have this test every 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
What comes out of this test? First of all, you are going to check whether there is cancer cells developing in your cervix.
And that's the whole point of
doing the test.
Beautiful.
So you've done it, and for most women, it will be a negative, normal cervical test.
Yeah.
The test you have a report from the center, and they will tell you are free of any cancer cells.
Yeah.
So then they will tell you to keep an eye on yourself and then book your next one when you are given the reminder. There will be a group of women who will have abnormal cells.
Yeah.
Ladies, don't panic. Abnormal cells can mean a few things.
Yeah.
I know the anxiety of you hearing abnormal.
Yeah.
Anything normal, it's a hooray thing.
Yay.
And then all of a sudden, abnormal,
Yes,
you are
abnormal.
thinking, oh my goodness, oh my God, what is happening?
Yeah.
Nothing is fearful about this. You've had the test, abnormal. It could mean that on the day of your test, they didn't get enough sample.
Right.
Listen very well. They
They need
enough
amount of sample to be able to
do
test
the
it
test
and have the correct result. So if it's insufficient, it means it will not give the
correct one.
And instead of saying insufficient, it will say abnormal. Okay.
And so with that, they will ask you to book another test. And
repeat.
All the results you receive from this test center, the same result will be sent to your GP. So or your doctor, whoever performed the test for you, because not everybody who is listening to us now lives in the UK.
Yeah.
And so wherever you did the test, if it is abnormal cells, they will recall you to come back and have another test. That will be within the year.
Yeah.
It will be within the year. So don't panic. Oh, they've written to me again, or your letter may be, lost in the post, lost in transit, and all of a sudden you receive this message to say, come in for another test. You just go for it, and they will make sure they've taken enough sample to
this
do
time,
the test,
because they will know. Would they know it was because it was insufficient?
For that, I wouldn't be able to tell because it will all come up as abnormal.
So they are the ones that will say, okay, let's take enough, just in case it wasn't enough. Okay. Okay. And also, so if the person is not in England, like in England here, the GP will get the results and they will write to you and you go to them. But because Healthy Living with Nana is watched by so many people in different countries, their position will be different. So last time we were saying about people like, let's say in Ghana, they can organize, or even wherever they are, they can organize as group and to get gynecologists to come and do for them.
We said
so
about
with that,
corporate bodies,
companies.
So
So they go to their doctor where they perform it.
The test.
So when they go back for the result, the doctors will actually tell them what to do. So if they need to repeat it, they have to go back and repeat it there
with the doctor.
Because actually, for those places, they won't write to them. I don't think so.
I don't.
They won't write to them. They will have to go back. Go back to them. They'll book appointments, follow-up appointment for them to come to say, okay, we've done the test today. Maybe 2-3 weeks time, come back. And the results will be ready. So when you go and it's abnormal, that is when they will say, okay, it's abnormal.
Let's do more.
So let's do another test.
Yes.
And then I think with that, it will actually be fine because they will speak to you. They will give you some counseling. So it will not stress you a lot. It will settle you.
Yeah, you will not be so
because
stressed
when you
about
get it in the post and it's abnormal, you might be stressed. You will be stressed about it.
You will be that, and that is the reason why we have started doing this talk about all these diseases
to educate
and illness,
people.
To educate people. There are some things you don't even need to stress about.
No.
But because you've heard about somebody's past medical history, something that happened to that person, then you add it to your one and think, oh, mine is going to be the same. Everybody is different. And also, all these messages that we are producing and giving out to you, the ladies, we have also been through, similar situations, and our ages are around the same ages that people worry about so many things. So we know what you are going through. We know, and I've seen it.
Yes.
I know why people worry. So explaining it to you this way will give you the chance to say to another person, come on, it happened to me.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Just go for it.
Yeah. Because they say experience is the best teacher.
It's the best teacher.
So once you have been through it and you know it's nothing to worry about, it's easy to tell somebody not to worry. So then what happens if it's not normal?
If it's not normal, abnormal, they repeat and it's still abnormal. Then you will go for a test which your doctor should book for you, which is called colposcopy. This colposcopy is a big word, but in short, it is a camera that will be used this time to look inside the cervix and check it properly. The cervix, the neck of the womb, and inside the uterus, just to make sure there's nothing abnormal in there. And then they will take more samples from there.
So this one is more intrusive than the first one.
It will be more intrusive
than the first one.
Yes, because they need to go into detail, look at it properly, and have a proper look with a camera. So with what a camera is like. This is like a telescope, sort of, that they put down in the cervix to and the picture will be on the screen.
On the screen,
for the nurses or the doctor specialist to have a look, and it will be enlarged. Everything will be enlarged for them to see properly. So you've done this.
Would they do it under X-ray or just normal camera?
It shouldn't be painful.
No.
It shouldn't be painful at all. It's uncomfortable. Obviously, this place is so sensitive, so anything touching it will be sensitive, but it shouldn't be painful, and it shouldn't prevent you from going ahead to investigate abnormal cells. So we've done that, and they've taken another sample, they've sent it, and they found something we call HPV in there. So this virus we are talking about is called the HPV. HPV is human papilloma virus. That's the big word. So to make it easy for everybody, we call it HPV. So from now on, whenever I say HPV, it is the human papilloma virus. So they've tested and they found this in the sample. What next? With this human papilloma virus or the HPV, our body's immune system can get rid of it on our behalf. Many women will have it, but the body's immune system fights it. And so by the time it will not cause any problem.
You won't even know it's there.
You won't know. You will not know. And so sometimes it will be found and the body will do it. The body's immune system will fight it and it will go.
So that is when you need a stronger immune system.
You do need
That is where Healthy Living with Nana comes in.
That's it.
Where we are educating people on how to look after ourselves, to eat healthily, to live well, to be able to fight diseases. Because if your immune system is strong, you can fight lots of diseases. Not only HPV, but lots and lots of diseases. Good.
So they found it. They will ask you to come back in a year if it is the low level of HPV.
Because they will count, isn't it? They will count how much is in there.
That's it. That's why I said there are so many things that come out of abnormal cells. So the first one is they found HPV, and it's a low cell one. So then they ask you to come within a year. Within a year, you go back, they check. For most women, it will be gone.
So by the time they say come back in a year, they do that with the hope that by the time you come back, your body would have actually gotten rid of it.
And then it will be gone. Because it's the low form.
And so that is the hope.
That is the hope. But before they ask you to do this with no treatment, they know this is the low form of HPV. There's another form which is high. If when they do it, they do the test again, and it's a high level of HPV.
Yeah, because they will see the level, isn't it? They will know the level.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. So if you go and they tell you have HPV, it's low. So go and come back the next year. You should understand, because as soon as they do the test, they know the level. They know the harmful level, and they know the low level. And the low level, as Lilia have just said, is the one that the body can easily get rid of. So nothing to worry about. And most people will go back within the year and they repeat the test and they will say they are free from it because it's gone.
It's gone.
But when it's not,
when it's the high level, they treat.
They
give you something we call the treatment of the cervix.
Yes.
Yeah. So you go for another colposcopy, but this time they will share, or they will remove the skin, the top skin of the cervix.
Okay.
So that high level will be gotten rid of, and then you come back in a year.
So how would they do that? Would they perform a procedure that they will burn it, or they will scrape it? How are they going to do it?
So this is where we are now. You've gone to the second part. You're going to take a sample. Same procedure, but this time with a camera, as in colposcopy, as I explained earlier. And then they will burn. They'll burn it.
And the burning is a special instrument they will use to burn.
It's not the fire we have.
It's not the fire we have.
No.
So if you see that you have high levels of HPV, don't go and lie down and tell your family to bring something to burn it. It will not work.
No, it needs to be done
surgically.
In the proper way.
Surgically.
Yes. It's a day case. It's even 10-15 minutes. It's nothing more than 20 minutes. From the start of
local or GA?
It's under local anesthetic. Yeah, because it's going to be a little bit painful. And obviously it needs to be, the site needs to be numb a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
You can have
so
it
when
done.
it's local means they'll give you the anesthetic, but it's small. You won't be asleep, but it won't be painful.
Yeah.
When you do the general, that is when you sleep. So by the time you wake up, the procedure is done and you don't hear anything or feel anything. But this one is local. So they will give the injection, the area they are doing the procedure. So the area will be numb. So you won't feel the pain, but you will not be sleeping.
No.
They will be talking to you actually whilst they are doing the procedure. Yeah. And sometimes when the camera is faced in a certain position, you can actually see it.
You can see everything
you can see,
that is happening.
I'm just saying this because of our angiograms and our pacemakers. When we do it, we see it on the screen.
And, so and you ask the patient if they want to see. They want to see what we are doing. Most of them will say
they want to see.
Respond in
so
the
they will have a look.
And
although they might not be able to interpret the images, they can see.
Interesting.
It's interesting. And then after that we can explain to them this and this and what we found. And that is what the meaning of the images is. So they will be able to interpret themselves.
Yeah.
So then what happens after
that is
burning?
The warning that will be given to you will be, you know your body better than anybody else.
Yes.
This is, you've had a burn. There has been something gone on there.
Yeah.
So at some point you may have an infection. Not everybody does, but you never know. So the warning will be,
because every surgical procedure have got infection risk, isn't it?
It comes with a risk.
So normally they will actually, if it's a high risk of infection, they will give you antibiotics anyway.
They will give you 1 or for maybe for a few days
3 to 4 days to cover to stop it.
Yes, but sometimes they will just give one-off
before
antibiotic before the
that's
procedure, and that will be it. But
and normally the one-off they give you IV. It won't be oral.
This one will be oral because it's a day surgery. You don't need any.
I'm talking about before the procedure one.
Before the procedure.
Would that one be oral?
Oh,
okay.
They will either give it to you to take it before you come in.
Yes, because I think that would be the best.
Yeah,
so it will start working by the time you come. Okay, because for us, our procedures normally we give the IV on the day.
Yeah.
Actually, within 1 hour of doing the pacemaker.
Yeah, because you
insert the cannula. Yeah, we insert the cannula. This one you don't use cannula.
You don't need it.
Yeah, so then it's good to have the antibiotic before
you come in.
Okay.
As a cover, prophylactic.
As a cover, it's prophylactic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the time you don't have infection, but that to stop you having infection.
That's it, preventing anything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But with all of these things done, you can still have an infection. So when you have any pain, severe pain with spotting, you'll be warned you'll be having some spots of blood. But then, if it becomes worse or the smell, you develop bad odor from this discharge, you need to let your GP know to be able to do something.
Or you won't go back to the
they
hospital.
Will tell you to go back to
GP.
your
Right, okay.
You have to go back to
so
your
you go back to your doctor. So the doctor that will perform the procedure will refer you back to your doctor that if you find anything like that. So with here you go back to your GP, because mostly it's a GP that will refer you for the procedure.
Yeah.
So you go back to them. But if you are somewhere in another country that you have seen your own doctor and they have asked you to go to the hospital for that procedure, then they will signpost you. They will direct you where to go. They will direct you where to go. And normally, actually, I think it's those people in that hospital specialize in that area. Maybe they might want to see you again, or your doctor might be able to actually take it from there. The private doctors, they might be able to also give you, because when it comes to infections, you need antibiotics anyway, so nothing complicated.
No.
So they will be able to give you the antibiotic
and
to
it will
treat
settle everything.
To treat it. So after the procedure, yes, what happens?
We've done this, so we've done the high level. There are some that will pop up straight away as cancer cells. With that, there will be a big discussion of what to do, depending on your age and your marital circumstances. They will take into consideration all your whole personality, the whole being. So this is what we call the multidisciplinary team meeting. There will be one like that where they will discuss intensively before they do anything.
Okay, so before then, I just want to ask, what causes those things? Is there anything that causes people to have the HPV to begin with?
Okay, so for somebody to have it, it normally happens to women who have various sexual partners, or even.
So that is very important.
It's important. That's the number one.
The young women especially, or I wouldn't say men. The women get it mostly from the men. Yeah. They get it from the men, and the men doesn't even know they've given it to them. No, they don't. So it's a form of sexually transmitted disease.
Yes.
It's a form in a way. So if you are somebody that have multiple sexual partners, you have to be careful. And also the hygiene of your partner is also important. They have to look after themselves. They have to make sure they have a proper bath. They wash before having sexual intercourse, because that is how they are going to unknowingly transfer it to you because they will not have any symptoms.
No,
they will not know.
Nobody had, even the women.
Yeah,
you don't get any symptoms. It's a very silent.
So it's a silent killer.
Yeah.
So the men will not know they even have it, and they are going to give it to you. But having that hygiene, good hygiene, is good. Because even if they are having anything under the skin, it can be cleared off, isn't it?
Can be
good.
Cleared. Yeah. So it's important, very, very important that once you've had this partners, you are susceptible to having this HPV.
Yeah.
Even those who have lived with their partners for years, you can still have it.
You can still have it.
So
the hygiene is important.
It's important. And for this reason, these have to chip in this so that the youngsters will be a bit reassured that at some point in England, all the girls, 12-year-olds and above, were given this human papilloma virus. They were given it as injection, the vaccine.
Yes.
Just like
we are having now with the
corona vaccine.
Yes.
They've all had two. So that in case
they get it, then it doesn't turn into cancer.
To them, it doesn't turn into something nasty.
Yes.
So from 12-year-olds, I had friends who called to find out whether it is okay for their children to have it. And I stressed the need. At that time, even I didn't know much about it, but I thought it was a very good thing to do. As a government,
because at the time it killed somebody that was very prominent, popular in the community,
a celebrity.
A celebrity. So when the celebrity died like that, that is when the government took the decision to stop it happening again.
Only one person
died. And it took the government to change the whole system for all the girls. So it was a very, very good decision that they made. From this, like we said the last time, if anybody in authority listening to this, and you are in authority, you have the capacity of changing situations,
introducing this. It is so important.
It is important.
Very,
very
important.
You can introduce this in your community. Let the girls get the vaccine, because if they have the vaccine, that HPV, even though they might get it, their body will just get rid of it, and it will not turn into cancer. But if they don't know they have it and it's in their system for a long time, sometimes before they know, it's already
too late.
It's too late because it doesn't give you any symptoms at all. So let's watch this. Healthy Living with Nana is bringing this everywhere for us to learn, for everybody to act. So everything we are sharing is not just for sharing, but it's for us to take action, to look after ourselves and our community. Thank you, Lilia. Carry on.
So that's it. It's very good what you have chipped in. It's very, very good. It's important that you keep saying that to people in authority.
Yeah.
And so we've talked about what happens in case you go and it is cancer. It's shown the cancer cell, a definite one. They would have this meeting, and the first thing they will discuss: should you have surgery, or will chemotherapy be okay for you, or radiotherapy? So there will be forms of treatment, and whichever one is appropriate for you, they will discuss
with you,
and then
you decide.
And
that is when you need your family with you. So if you are somebody like that, they have done the test and they said it's positive, or they found the HPV cells and it's cancerous, then when you are going to the hospital, you need your family with you. You need friends with you. You need somebody with you, to give you the support.
That's it.
So to even listen to what they are saying, because sometimes they are sharing the information, but because of that news that is too big in your brain, you will just be sitting there looking at them, but
and
you
not
won't hear
listening.
anything.
You will
Because
not
your
even
mind
listen.
will go away,
Yeah.
wander somewhere, just because once you hear about it, your
The
whole
C word.
the C word
That's it.
will throw you,
Yeah.
and you will not listen to anything again. So it is always important.
important.
Go with somebody from that point. Never go to appointment on your own. Make sure you always have somebody for that support.
Very, very important. So, and when you go as well, whoever is going with you, just take a small notepad, and jot some of the things they are talking about. Not all is lost yet. We have seen ladies or women who have been cured of cervical cancer.
Most
And
people
so-
will be cured.
Most people will be cured, as you have said. And I mean, nothing is too big for these doctors. They will do so much to help cure this if it is possible.
Yes.
At least you have somebody, you have the doctors backing. They also have a responsibility for your health, and they will make sure things go well, and at the end of the day you are cured, and everybody is happy. So I think we've almost gone into it really well, and we've exhausted it basically.
Right.
If
Okay, so
there
now
are any
the
questions?
learning here for my viewers is get all your family to listen to this. Get everybody to watch. If they haven't done the smear test, they need to do the smear test. If they do the smear test and they find it's normal, it's fine. If it is abnormal cells, they will call them to repeat.
That's it.
They will repeat. If they repeat and you've got the HPV virus, they will put it in levels. If it is a low level, you are fine. You will go back maybe about a year. And by the time you go, most people would have actually gotten rid of it in their system. But if you go and the level is high, that is when you need treatment. Now we have learned that the treatment will consist of surgery, chemotherapy, or radiotherapy. And the multidisciplinary team will sit down with you and they will discuss everything for you to make informed choice. You will decide which one you think is appropriate for you. And from that point, when you are going, do not go by yourself. Make sure you go with somebody, so all the information that you will hear, you will be able to keep the information.
Exactly.
So we need to look after ourselves. We have learned that we get it from men. Most of the time, the HPV virus, we get it from men. So if you are somebody that have multiple sexual partners, you have to be careful. Extra careful. If you are not with multiple partners, but even with your husband, your boyfriend, your partner, you've been with them for years, make sure their hygiene is appropriate. They are always having a wash before sexual intercourse, so that you stop yourself from getting this kind of viruses. And once they are with you, you will not have any symptoms. And the man, even transferring to the woman, will not also know. Because they will not also have no symptoms. And actually, at the moment, there is no even test to test a man to say they got the virus. There is no test available. So all you will know is you have got it, and you've done it, and it's cancerous. So once it is cancerous, all is not lost. Once caught early, there is hope. The treatment is there for you to be able to get the full recovery that you need. And you have every support. So do not worry. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We will go back to the part 2, which is my favorite bit. Today is special.
It's special.
It's extra special. So we will come back Thank you. See you back in few minutes. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Welcome to Healthy Living Kitchen. This is Naana. Welcome, Lilia, once again to the kitchen.
Yeah.
We are going to cook once again, and today it is Ghanaian traditional food. This is offam, and offam is from Ghana, nowhere else. Well, I don't know if there's another country that prepare offam. If we prepare it and you see it, and you see that, oh, this, we eat it in our country, please let us know. But for all I know, it's from Ghana. It's offam. Sit back and learn how to make offam. Offam is a bit like cake. So it's a traditional plantain cake, right? Plantain. So before we do anything, I will introduce you to all the ingredients that we are going to use today. This is all natural ingredients. No chemicals, all natural ingredients. Healthy living is about healthy stuff, nothing chemical. Okay, so I'll start here. This is our plantain. That's the plantain we are using. It's ripe plantain, and you want the plantain to be like this. You want it to be black, soft and black. Okay, so if you are back home, you can get this black easily. If you are here in the UK or in Europe, you need it black. But mind you, if you put the normal yellow one in the fridge, it will be black maybe 2-3 days. But that will not be soft. That will be very hard. You need it very soft. Don't leave it in the fridge to be black. Because when you leave it in the fridge and it's black, it's going to be very, very hard. Leave it outside the fridge. Let it become very, very soft, like this. Very soft. The skin is black. The plantain itself will be very, very soft. And sometimes you can find juices coming out of it. It will be running. You will see some runny liquid coming out of it. It doesn't mean it's rotten. It's not rotten. That is even when it's fermented and very good to use. So when you have your plantain like this, the next time you shop, you bring your plantain at home, you forgot about it, you go and look in your pantry, your plantain is like this.
Don't throw them away.
Don't throw them. Or you go to the shop and you see the shop people going to throw this out. Please grab them, grab them, because you can prepare this meal and it's very delicious. Okay, even if they don't give you for free because they are throwing it, they will sell it very cheap. They sell it very cheap because they don't know what to do with it. All they can do is to throw it. But thank God, Healthy Living with Nana is going to show you today what to use this for. So this is ripe plantain. We have water here. The water, we need a little bit just to blend the plantain. Okay, we have self-raising flour here. This is pepper. It's fresh pepper that I have actually just grinded just to save time. So this is fresh pepper. This is ginger. It's ginger I have just blended. Today I've made all the preparation. I don't want to take too much of your time. I've made all the preparation. So all you do is to peel the ginger and blend it. If you don't have a blender, you will use your traditional pot to just grind it inside. Actually, that is even the best way of doing it. Before all of this came, this is for easy life. But before all this, there is our grinder that we were using, the traditional one. We use it just to grind it. Okay, this is our roasted peanuts. It's very good to eat it with peanuts. So you serve with peanuts. You put some peanuts in the meal as well. So when you bake it, So this is baked item. Today is baking stuff we are doing. This is palm oil. We are going to add a bit of palm oil to it to give it a nice color, flavor, and taste. Okay? This is onions. I have actually just blended the onion. You cut it up, add a little bit of water, you blend it. If you are going to use your normal effing dish, if you have one there, or if you are back home in Ghana and you are going to use your normal effing dish, your garlic, your ginger, your pepper, your onion, you can grind all of them together. You grind all of them together. You don't need to do it separate, but just for demonstration purpose, that is why I have separated all this. Actually, even if you are going to blend it, you can put all of them together and you blend. But just for a demonstration purpose, I've decided to do them separate. I have a little bit of salt here. You always need salt to bring out the flavor in the food. This is just our simple ingredient that we are using today to make it. So Lilia, we will peel our plantain. I've already washed it. We have washed our hand. So all we do is to peel it, okay? And we blend it. It's so soft that I can actually just use my hand to do it. I don't even need anything. Yeah. Look, it's so soft. So you want it soft like this, very soft. If you have the plantain like this and it's not as soft as this, you won't have that rich taste, okay? And I can put the whole thing in there. All right, we finish. We have our, okay. So all we are going to do is to add a little bit of water so we can actually just blend it. Or we can use the earthen dish. What do you think?
No, it's okay.
We just blend it quickly. Okay. Let me see if the water is enough. Okay. You blend it. Easy life. Okay. So it's now very creamy. We just pour all of it in our bowl. Okay. From here, we are going to add our pepper, ginger, onions. Okay. For me, I like it hot. What do you think?
Medium.
Medium. Okay. So I like
medium
hot. Lilia like medium. So we will do extra medium so that you go medium hot way.
In between.
In between. So we will add maybe about 2.
Yeah.
Because you don't like it hot. You can make 2. Okay? And then we'll take our ginger. Ginger have got fire in it as well. So if you are somebody that don't like your food very peppery, when you are using your ginger, don't go, you have to be careful. You can just take a little bit, okay? Then we put our onion. Onion is nice. It's very healthy for you. So you can take as much as you like. The onion, you can have a lot of onion. It doesn't matter. This one is a very big onion that I chopped up and I blended. Okay, so it's one big onion. Onion is fine. You can have as much as you like in it to give it the flavor. Okay, and then we will add a little bit of salt, just a pinch of salt. Okay, just a pinch of salt. So then we mix all of it.
Yeah.
Okay, we will mix all of it.
Lovely.
Lovely. We can add our palm oil this stage. Just a few drops, okay? I always say healthy living with Nana is about healthy living. It's not cooking program. All we are doing is to encourage and to show things we can have. So somebody will say, how is this healthy? Okay, so this offer we are doing here, you are not going to have it as your main meal. You are going to have it as a snack. Or when you have visitors with you, when you have visitors, you can just serve this for your visitors to enjoy. It's not something that you have to have loads of it as your main meal. So now, Lilia, I'll take this out, okay? And we are going to use this. When you add your flour, it's easy to, I will do it like this. And the way I'm doing it, I just want to introduce air so that it will be fluffy. So this one, I have actually sifted it with a sieve. But putting it, I'm still going to do it like this to add air, okay? So I'll let you do it a bit more so we see the texture. Okay, so drop it and let's see the consistency. Yeah, so I think it's very loose. We can add a little bit more. Before then, whilst you're doing that, I'll just switch on the oven. You want it to drop, but not very runny.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, it's fine.
Yeah.
You want it to, so it's a bit like cake. If you are somebody that you like baking cake, it's a bit like cake. Only this one is ripe plantain. Okay. So it's okay. All right. So all the flour, you don't need to use the whole thing. You just mix a bit, and once you have the consistency that you like, you leave it. All right. Okay. Then we are going to put it in our oven dish. So this oven dish have got two parts. Okay, we have the ring, and we have, so it's a flan ring. And the reason why they make it like this, so it's easy when you are taking it out. I will show you in a minute. Okay, so you put the inside together, you push it down so that there is no gap for the food to come out. Once you are cooking it. Okay, so we're going to grease the pan with some of the palm oil so that it doesn't stick. Okay. Yeah. So we just do this. I'm just going the traditional way. You can use a brush, a pastry brush, to do it, but I just want the traditional way. Back in the days when we were doing it back home, we were just using our hand. Yeah. And that's the tradition. You have to follow the tradition. If you use the pastry brush, there's nothing wrong with it. But if you don't have it, don't say because I don't have a pastry brush, I'm not going to do it. You just use your hand to do it. The most important thing is for you to do it in a way that you grease it nicely and you put it in your bowl. Okay? You put the whole thing in your bowl. Isn't it smelling nice?
It looks nice.
It looks nice and it smells amazing.
Perfect.
Very, very nice. Okay? So you see that this is healthy for you because you didn't use any chemicals. You use only natural ingredients, just a little bit of oil, just a pinch of salt. So nothing complicated. Nothing unhealthy with this. So after this, it's like this. You put it in your bowl. Now it goes in the oven. This is baked food, so it goes in the oven. Okay, so we have put on the oven. It goes in the center of the oven. You put in the center. Okay, so you can give it 180 degrees. If it's electric oven, 180 degrees. If it's gas oven, gas mark 6 is fine. Gas mark 6. 180 degrees for electric, gas mark 6 is done. Then you have done your finish. Okay? This is going to take 45 minutes to cook. 45 minutes you need to cook it. All right? So after putting it there, you clear up. You clear everything up. Okay, so after 45 minutes, we have our offam. The offam is ready, and we have served it with our peanuts. Okay, so the way you are going to eat this is with a peanut. In the evening, after eating and everything, you just have a small piece, a slice with a little bit of granules, and you enjoy with your family. If you have visitors, you don't have to struggle so much. And actually, you can keep it also in the fridge.
Oh, yeah.
You can bake it and keep it in the fridge, and you'll be using it. You don't have to eat the whole thing.
No.
And it has only natural sugars. We didn't add any sugar. It's savory. It's good for you. Okay? So we're going to cut it and see. Okay. Now taste it.
It's the tasting time.
It's the tasting time. Yum yum.
Yum,
Yum yum. Okay. Now I will taste it.
It tastes like kakru.
Kakru, yes. Yes.
But I think because kakru is fried, this is much healthier than kakru.
Very beautiful.
Lovely.
This is very, very tasty. So, this one you can eat. You can eat with your family. I've already said. You can give to your visitors. You can take it to work. You can take it to college. You can take it wherever you want. You can bake it and keep it and be using it little by little with your family. So now, Healthy Living with Nana is going to leave you. But what we will say is, try this. Try this. Please try it. All you have to do is to blend all your ingredients and put them together and add, as we have shown you. Go back to watch it a few times. It will be on YouTube. If you want to go back to it, you can go back to it and watch it again to see all the sequence. We'll put the ingredients also in the box so you can look at it, and then you have your offam. So Lilia, your last word for our viewers. We thank you today for everything, for all you have taught us, and for the helping with the offam also.
It's beautiful.
Your last word, please.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nana. I've learned something different today. I know how to make kakru. I'm an expert, but I think I'm going to stick to offam from now on.
Yeah.
Because I don't want any more deep frying with the kakru and
you can have it. You can have it sometimes, but at least you will stick to it. You eat this as well more than the fried one, but you can have the fried one because it's not something you will have every day. So every now and then you have a little bit of kakru. It's fine.
Yeah.
But now Lilia, I've got a new one. Offam is the recipe for Lilia now.
For me.
Thank you so much for watching. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to watch it, and to learn. And give us comments. Give us comments. Let us know more things that you want to hear about, more food you want us to prepare, and we will not disappoint you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.